Hi guys, welcome at Creative Tutorials. My name is Jelger, and in this Photoshop tutorial I'm going to show you how to make in this case a woman or any person look more intense, the hair more glossy and glowing and the lips more glossy as well, without making the entire image and the entire person and body more shiny. We don't want that. We would just want to influence the hair, the lips and the eyes by our actions. So we are going to work with a mask. Now, this is the image we're going to adjust. And after the adjustments, it should look like this. As you can see, the hair is more shiny, more intense. It has more depth, and the same goes for the eyes and for the mouth. So it gives an amazing feature. It makes the picture amazingly more alive, but it doesn't look fake, because we don't want to retouch images to be fake. We just want her to look more intense. Well, to achieve this, I will use a new image, well actually the same image, but a new document. We're gonna make a copy of the background. Always use a copy, work in a copy. You don't want to adjust the original photo. And then, we will just start by going to filter, other, and there you choose high pass. Now high pass, what it does, it gives you a grayish overlay, and if you slide the radius to the left, so as low as possible, you get a completely gray layer, and to the right, as high as possible, it's actually almost disappeared. Now just try what feels good for you and for your image. For the one I just showed you, I used 10, so I will use 10, otherwise we don't have the same result. Now, as you can see now, we have a new layer and you don't see the image, you only see the gray part. So we want to use an overlay on it. And if you look at overlay, you now see the entire picture is more intense, but so is the skin, and you don't want that because it needs more of a softness and not that hardness we're giving to the eyes and the hair. So to do this, you have to make a mask. Now there are two options. Either you the mask option is here, but either you make a mask, and in it you will be using the black brush to cover all the parts you don't want to adjust, and just use it to make the skin original again, and that way it will achieve some more softness. But you can also use it the other way around. So let's delete this layer mask, and we can make a new layer. There you go. Now you can fill it. You can either do that here by File, Fill, and then choose black. Okay. Or you just use the bucket tool, which is somewhere here. The paint bucket tool, make sure it's on black, and you throw it in. Now, again, we use the brush, but now make sure, because you have a black background, that you have the white color selected. And now what we're actually going to do is we're just going to paint very softly. Make sure you have the mask selected. We're going to paint very carefully the parts we want to make brighter or more shiny. Now open brackets and closing brackets, you know, that's to change or adjust the size of the brush. And if you have a pen tool or a tablet, I mean, that would be great. It makes it all a lot easier, but it's no problem to do it with your normal mouse if you have a steady hand. Now let's make her eyelids a bit more like that. Now, do we want her eye brush? So there we go. And do the same at the other eye. And you can really see the result. You can really see the changes, the brightness of the eye. But it doesn't look as if you are retouching something in a completely fake manner. Now, spacebar, you get the hand, so you can slide your image. And we will do the same for the mouth, the lips. There you go. And you see they become more shiny, more glossy. And that's exactly what we're trying to achieve here. And there we go. The red now. Here a bit more. Maybe her nail. Okay, now I'm happy with what the result. Control minus or control plus is zoom in and zoom out. Now we actually want to do the hair as well. Of course you can use a selector tool or the lasso tool, whatever you like, to make the selection of the parts that you want to color or to brush. And in some cases that's actually better to use, but for this tutorial I will just use a brush in the mask without any selection. So since there are big parts here, just start to do a center with a big brush. That goes nice and fast. Do we want the hair belt to be more bright as well? Sure, why not? And there you go. Now on the black part it will not be as effective as at the shiny part, because of course there needs to be a color difference for it, but still we just use it everywhere. And there you go. Now make sure you stay within the lines. If you want to do this hair as well, then you better work with a selection. Now you see how you touch some skin here. Change the brush into a black brush and carefully brush the skin. And it will be undone. Change to white again. And of course there are shortcuts for these actions, but I tend to not use shortcuts in my tutorials because it's easy to forget shortcuts from a tutorial, and it's really nice if you just see where to find everything by when it's shown by the mouse, by use of the mouse. So even the changing between black and white is done with the mouse. If you're working on this yourself and you know the shortcuts, of course, always use the shortcuts because you want things to speed up a bit. Okay, I think we have a great result right now. Let's zoom out. Let's see what we achieved. And there you have it. The eyes are more intense, The mouth is more intense, the lips are more intense, the hair is more intense, and I really think this is an upgrade of the picture. It looks really nice, and I would rather use this picture than this picture. So try it at home or at your work, wherever you are. Try the adjustments and try to work with these filter options. And again, you can find it here, and it's gray now because the layer is unselected. But it's very easy to use, very fast to use, and the results are amazing. So play with it, use it, and if you like the tutorial, of course, I love to see a like, and subscribe if you want to see more. I see you next tutorial.